Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. This is episode 3 of my journey to reach a 10K payout, hopefully for the month of May, and I'm really stoked for today's episode. I will be breaking this video into 2 or 3 different topics. So jumping into the first one is going to be about the 9 funded accounts I have with Apex right now. So out of the 9, 3 of them did qualify for a payout request this past week for the time frame of May 1st to the 5th. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. So as you can see, we are in the pending status. So once I get the approval emails, hopefully I'll get to include them in episode 4's video. But otherwise, when I get the approval, then the $2,000 for each account will be removed from the account balances. So that is going to be $2,000 from the first 3 accounts you see on the screen right there. For the remaining 6 accounts, they don't qualify for this payout period, but I am, of course, working towards the second payout period between May 15th through the 20th to hopefully push them to be, able to qualify during that time. If you didn't know, with Apex, to qualify for a payout, there's a few different things you have to know. The first one is you have to have the safety threshold met. For the 50K accounts, specifically what I use, you have to have a minimum of $2,600 in the account to kind of check off that first requirement. The second one is to request during their payout periods, whether it's the 1st to the 5th or the 15th through the 20th. And then finally, you have to have 10 active trading days by the time you do request from Apex. So that's why 6 of the 9 don't qualify, because I don't have, I don't have all of them at the safety threshold except for one of them. And then I don't have the active trading days yet. I'm only a few days in because they're still fairly new accounts. So hopefully by the 15th, I'll be good to go. And then we will definitely supersede the 10K payout minimum goal I have for the month of May. Being able to have these 3 funded accounts, that's already 60% of the goal, which is absolutely insane. I think being able to take any payout from a prop firm is great. So hopefully continuing this momentum, building confidence on each payout, and just working towards, making more money with trading is the ultimate goal. So putting that away, the second thing I want to just quickly talk about is my average win rate. As a intraday scalper, it matters for me to have a higher win rate percentage. So with that, I'm like a 1-to-1, a 1 to a 1.5 risk to reward to risk trader. So for the first payout account that I requested for, I'm at 71%. The second one is 71.63, and the third one is at 71.37. I came into 2024 at about 71, 72%. So the end of the year goal is to bring it up to 75%. It seems like a bit of a stretch, especially because we're already 5 months into the year, but I do believe that it's possible to become better, even if it's like little by little. So that is one of my biggest goals, aside from emotional control, risk management, and just obviously trying to improve my strategy in ways that I can, which I'll go ahead and segue into that conversation about strategy. So I recently posted on my YouTube, which I've been doing more often actually. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great, because I do post more frequently on my community tab, just giving updates about my trading sessions, my emotional control, any deals, just all that stuff on there. But I share that I've been looking into VPOC. So I don't have a set in stone cemented strategy with it yet. It's just another confluence added to my current strategy. But I have heard actually quite a bit of people that use VPOC aside from volume profile to help with their execution of their trades. So I think it's definitely going to be very beneficial. At least this past week, it has been very beneficial to help me see visually on the chart where there is kind of quite a bit of orders sitting. Aside from volume profile, it's pretty obvious as an illustration where there is a lot of volume, but with VPOC, it kind of adds it for that specific candle. What I've noticed is that when there's a bunch of VPOCs kind of aligned in a very similar area, for example, right here, we have quite a bit of them kind of aligned in the same area. This can look like almost a resistance area, and then even about an hour later, we have the same area where it's multiple VPOCs, but again, we are resisting against it. So it's just another visual representation on that specific candle body where there is a lot of orders. And in this case, the orders are like pushing the price down from not letting it break over this resistance level. So as I shared earlier, I don't have anything cemented with this confluence yet. I'm still working on how I can, better fit into my strategy, or how I can use it to the best of my, trading. But it definitely has been quite nice to see how it's been playing out with some of the trades I've taken already. Once I have something a lot better to share, I may or maybe won't share it just because I don't know if this is interesting to you guys. But yeah, it's been quite a fun ride so far trying to learn how to use VPOC on top of everything else that I do. The next conversation I want to quickly have to wrap up this video is just a comparison of last week's performance and emotions to this week's. So last week on that episode, I was talking about an emotional roller coaster. I was having struggles with risk management, with my execution, with just kind of everything. And I was losing counts left and right. And I was just so genuinely frustrated with myself and disappointed with how I was performing. And I'm human, of course. Like, I know that I have things I need to work on, and I'm gonna have losses. It's all part of trading. So coming into this week, still having, the same struggles, but doing a lot better in my opinion. I think overall I handled myself a lot better this week. Still had my, red days, of course. I had my red trades, of course, and emotional days, of course, but felt like I did a lot better this week around. And it obviously showed because I was able to obviously manage my accounts. I still have all 9 of them. I have 3 of them that qualified for a payout, and I have a 4th one that has 1 out of the 3 criterias met. So I definitely think that performance wise, I did a lot better, and I was able to execute on the better price action we had, I think, and it just made a lot more sense about this past week and analyzing the trades by recording them, just seeing that most of them made sense. Some of them, of course, were like FOMO trades or chasing price or chasing some type of level because I see we have a lot of momentum, but it doesn't quite get there. But for the most part, it just made a lot more sense. So, very thankful that I was able to kind of flip the script on myself, that it's okay to have a losing day, it's okay to have a losing week, or it's okay to feel emotionally drained. But at the end of the day, with trading, the goal is to make money. The goal with prop firms is to withdraw those monies from your funded accounts. And being able to refresh and restart the next day and not bring the past baggage of those red days or emotional days into that new session is so, so important. And that's what I really wanted to hone in on for this week. And I think it played out quite nicely. So ending this whole video that, the accounts are sitting pretty nice now, especially for these top 4 here, even after a $2,000 deduction from the payout requests. They'll still be sitting at a pretty nice buffer to push it on to the next payout window on the 15th. This 4th account, like I said, 1 out of 3 criteria is met, so hopefully be able to push that to a payout as well. And then for these 5 down below here, as long as I'm hitting those base hits, 5 to 15 points on the NASDAQ, I think I'll be more than okay. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode and are as excited as I am to have 60% of the challenge done, and just going to keep on pushing forward. As always, I wish you nothing but the best and most success in all that you do, and I will see you all in the next video.